The higher people rise in history, the more violent their endings tend to become. Empires weren't just built through ambition and power, they were held together through fear, loyalty, conspiracies, and unstable alliances. And when those alliances cracked, even the most powerful rulers on earth could fall overnight. Take Julius Caesar. At the peak of Roman power, Caesar had transformed the Republic and made himself dictator for life. To some Romans, he was a genius. To others, he looked dangerously close to becoming a king. In 44 BC, a group of senators decided the only way to stop him was assassination. More than 20 men surrounded him inside the theater of Pompey and stabbed him repeatedly. Ancient sources often say he suffered 23 stab wounds. And according to tradition, one of the men involved was his ally, Marcus Junius Brutus, giving rise to the legendary line associated with Caesar's death. "You too, Brutus?" Then there's Montezuma II. When the Spanish arrived in the Aztec Empire, they took Montezuma captive inside his own capital. As tensions exploded in the city, accounts say Montezuma attempted to calm his people from a palace balcony. Instead, stones and projectiles were hurled toward him. Historians still debate the exact circumstances of his death, but the image became symbolic. An emperor trapped between foreign conquerors and a collapsing empire. Nero had an ending just as dramatic. After years of paranoia, executions, and political chaos, the Roman Senate declared him an enemy of the state. Abandoned by many supporters, Nero fled Rome and prepared for death. According to Roman historians, his final words were, "What an artist dies in me." Then came Commodus, the emperor famously portrayed in Gladiator. After surviving a poisoning attempt, Commodus was ultimately murdered by someone from his inner circle, his wrestling partner and trainer, Narcissus, who strangled him in a bath. And few rulers inspired more fear than Caligula. Known for cruelty, instability, and humiliation of political rivals, Caligula made enemies everywhere, including within his own guard. In AD 41, members of the Praetorian Guard ambushed him in a palace corridor and stabbed him dozens of times. His wife and infant daughter were also killed in the aftermath. That's the dark pattern history repeats over and over again. The ruler rises. Power concentrates. Fear spreads. Trusted allies become threats. And eventually, the inner circle turns. Because throughout history, the greatest danger to absolute rulers usually wasn't the enemy outside the walls, it was the people standing closest to the throne.